What's up, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? Thank you guys for joining me today. Today's video is probably the one that many of you have been waiting for. Now, I'm doing this series of rubs that I recommend on brisket, chicken, and pork. I've done the pork or ribs, rubs that I use often that I recommend for really anything pork, ribs, pork chops, whatever. Did that video. I did one for chicken, and today I'm doing the video for brisket or beef. Now, I got to tell you, this is probably, out of all three videos, the hardest one to make for me because I have so many rubs that I use often and that I highly recommend when it comes to beef. Particularly brisket. I think that's what most of you folks are looking for. You're looking for a good brisket rub, and that's what I'm gonna bring to you today. Now, like the previous videos, there are certain rubs that I had to leave out. And that's because there's just so many of them that I just can't bring them all to you. So I picked out about, let's get 2, 4, 6, about 7 or 8 different rubs that I really like when I'm cooking brisket, whether it's for customers or if I'm cooking a brisket around the house, and even some of these I'm using in competitions. So these are rubs that I'm not gonna categorized as my favorite beef rubs, but these are beef rubs, brisket rubs that I really like, I really enjoy, and I think you guys will too. I'm gonna bring them to you in this video, and that's coming up next. All right, so the first rub I'm gonna bring you is this cow cover from Kosmos Q, which I'm sure many of you have seen before and have tried before. I think this one is really, really excellent on beef. I love using this one, not only on brisket, but I think it goes great on steak. Now that's probably where I use it the most because I'm using this one around the house more where I'm making steaks. This one goes really great on steaks. Now, most of these rubs I'm gonna bring you, if you're wondering, just right off the bat, most of these rubs, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2, are high in, or the first couple of ingredients are salt and pepper, which are 2 ingredients that go really great on beef. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're someone who is watching your salt intake. I will say that many of these rubs are, the main ingredient is going to be like your salt and pepper, but and this one is right up there also. I think the first ingredient is salt, and then chili peppers and other spices. But this cow cover from Kosmos Q is excellent. I love it, like I said, on steaks, on fajitas. Most of the beef that I cook at home, I will use some of this on, and even on some brisket. Like I said, I think it goes great on brisket, but I think this is one, along with many of the other ones, but I think this is one that's very versatile as far as being able to being a rub that you can use on other meats, like I said, steak, fajitas, things like that. So the first one that I recommend, one that I use often, I don't know if you can see how empty it's almost gone, a little bit less than halfway, is this cow cover from Kosmos Q. The second one that I really, really dig, and this one I've been using here a lot lately, and man, I think it's excellent. If you're looking for a good Texas brisket rub, I think this one falls under that category. I know this was the goal that they were aiming for, to try to find a good Texas brisket rub, and I think they hit it on the head. And it's a SuckleBusters 1836 beef rub. This stuff is excellent, man. I'm really, really digging this lately. I've mainly used it on brisket, and I love it on brisket. I have not tried it like the Kosmos on many other different beef products like steaks or fajitas yet, but and that's because mainly I've been using it on brisket. But I have no doubt that this one will go really, really well on anything. Actually, I have used it on fajitas. It was excellent on fajitas. I haven't used it on steak yet, but I think it would go just as well on that. But I'm really digging this, man. You can, I don't know if you can, if you're able to pick it up, but you see the black flakes there? That's the pepper. I think a good Texas brisket has to have that. You know, it has to be heavy in pepper. And this one, second ingredient is black pepper. First ingredient, sea salt. So this one is really, really good. If you're looking for a good brisket rub, a Texas brisket rub, the SuckleBusters 1836, definitely right up that alley. Highly, highly recommend it. Again, I will leave a link. I will try to leave a link below to places you could get every single one of these rubs. I think there's maybe one or two that I might have a hard time finding a link for, because I get these at a barbecue store. I have to travel actually out of town to get it at different barbecue stores. But I'll try to leave a link or, somewhere where you can find them. So anyway, second rub, like I said, SuckleBusters 1836 beef rub. Been using this one. You can see also almost empty. Been using this one quite a bit. Absolutely excellent. Highly, highly recommend it. All right, so the third rub I'm gonna bring you is this Mad Cow rub from my buddy Jabin over at Postal Barbecue. This stuff is really, really good. There is a rub, and this one, the very first ingredient, black pepper. So right off the bat, you know it's gonna go good on beef. There is a rub that I had been using in competitions, and I have been doing extremely well with it. I replaced it with this one because this one tasted exactly the same. There was just a slight citrus kick to this that I liked. So this one goes, I can tell you now, goes really, really well on brisket. I have used it on other things like steaks and fajitas. Highly, highly recommend it. This is really, really good on anything beef that I've tried it on. I've actually have multiple bottles of this stuff because it's really, really good. But this is one that I was using in competitions. And I was really surprised because Jabin is from Canada, and for him to produce a rub that I would consider a Texas brisket rub coming from Canada, I don't think you're going to find too many. But this was definitely right up that alley. Highly, highly recommended. Good stuff. Again, links will be below. These two that I'm going to bring you, I'm going to put these two together only because, well, you know what? I'm going to save these for the end. We're going to put those in the end. And the next one I'm going to bring you is the Heaven Made Products Texas Best Brisket Rub. Now this stuff, I've actually been using it for quite a while. This bottle's a full bottle only because I grabbed the brand new one. But I've got I got quite a bit of this stuff. Really, really good. This is one, earlier I mentioned that most of these rubs, the main ingredient, the base is salt and pepper. The Heaven Made Product rubs, whether it's the rib rub, It's Incredible, the brisket rub, they are not heavy in sodium. I've had people say that they taste salty, but if you look at the ingredients, salt doesn't pop up until probably halfway down the list. So there's got to be something else in here that they might be tasting. But this stuff is really, really good on brisket. This is where I normally use, brisket is what I normally use this one for. This Texas Best Brisket Rub. I mainly use it on brisket. I have used it on fajitas, not so much on steaks, kebabs, or anything like that. But when a lot of times when I'm cooking for customers, I will use the Texas Best Brisket Rub from Heaven Made Products, because I think Michael Petrie, the owner of this company, just makes a really, really good product. You've seen some of these other products in my previous videos with the Texas Best Rib Rub, and then my absolute favorite, probably hands down rub for anything, the It's Incredible from Heaven Made Products. So highly recommend that. I think it goes excellent on brisket. All right, so the next rub I'm going to bring you is one that this is one that I would consider a true Texas brisket rub. Salt, pepper, a few other ingredients. This stuff goes excellent on brisket, and I know a lot of competition cooks who use it on their competition briskets and do extremely well. And it's a Barbaqoa Cow Whisper here. This stuff is excellent. See it there. This is just, so when I probably about halfway through my years of competing, going on, what am I, 7 years now. About halfway through, I found this rub and started using it and was having a lot of success with it. Like I said, I know other cooks who are currently using it right now. So this is one that is excellent for competitions, but man, just for cooking, if you want a good brisket, a good backyard brisket also, because it's good for both. This Cow Whisperer from Barbaqoa Company, excellent for that. I have used this on many things, fajita, steak, stuff like that. This is definitely one that you want to get your hands on. Benny Rocha makes this rub, and man, it is excellent. Again, links will be below to where you can find hopefully most of this stuff. We're almost done. Another rub I'm going to bring you is this John Henry's Texas Brisket Rub. Now, I will be honest and say that I am new to this, or this rub is new to me. I just found this recently, but it was probably about three, 4 weeks ago. And I will tell you right now, this has been the one rub that I've been using the most the last month. I cook briskets for customers and family using this stuff here. Man, this is, so when I tasted this at the John Henry factory, I was blown away blown away at how really good it was. I had never tried it before. In fact, I had taken some rubs with me that I was going to use on briskets while we were up there. Once I tasted this, I put my rubs away and just ran with this. This stuff was excellent, man. And I like I said, I was really blown away at how great this one is. And if you're looking for a good brisket rub, I would highly recommend this John Henry's. This is one, as I look at the ingredients, you don't see salt until several mentions into the ingredients section. And for those who might not know, anytime you're looking at a label where it says ingredients, that first ingredient that's listed on that label is the majority of what's in the bottle. So if that first ingredient is salt, your rub is going to be, the majority of it is going to be salt. If your first ingredient is sugar, that most of that rub is going to be sugar. And so this one, the salt doesn't come in until several ingredients in. So this is another one of those that compared to some of the other ones, it's not as high in sodium, but man, it doesn't lack that sodium flavor. It is really good. This is one that I plan on continuing to use often just some really good stuff. Now, I've only used it on brisket. I haven't tried it on anything else yet. So I'm not sure how it goes with, you know, steaks, fajitas, anything, any other beef. But if it's anything like brisket, I have no doubt that it would go really well on any other beef product. So there's that one. Two more coming up. All right, last two and a half. The next one I'm gonna bring you is this First Class BBQ Promised Land. Here. This is from Robert Smith out of Hempstead, Texas. An amazing cook. First Class BBQ. This stuff. Listen, well, I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but amazing on brisket. Really good Texas brisket rub. Man, God, this is just mind-blowing good. And it's I'm gonna give it a little taste because it's so good. Damn it. That's so good. This stuff is excellent, man. This is one that's, I'll tell you, this is one of my competition rubs right here for brisket. This stuff is excellent. This will definitely, I think it says here, yeah, Promised Land. Brisket seasoning will help take your beef to the next level. You know what? I 100% agree with that statement on this bottle. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. Now, I have not used it on anything except brisket, only because I don't want to go through all of this. I want to save as much as I can for competitions. So I don't waste it on, you know, steaks, fajitas, or anything like that. I have no doubt using it on those items, man, it would make anything great. But on brisket, amazing. Highly recommend this stuff if you're looking for an amazing brisket rub. Now, I want to be, like I am in every video, clear in saying that I do not receive one single penny, absolutely anything from any of these companies for recommending these rubs. These are simply rubs that I use often. I very much enjoy and want to bring them to you. So I want to be very clear with that. I always try to make sure that, you know, I'm up front with you guys, and no one thinks that I'm pushing a certain product for any benefit, because I get absolutely nothing. You know, some of this stuff like the John Henry's rub, they did allow me to, or they did give it to me for free while I was up there, but you know, I did go and cook for them for free and help them with their gig. So, and same thing with Heaven Made products. From time to time, they'll send me some stuff, but I don't receive any penny, any money, a single penny or anything like that. So anyway, just want to get that out of the way. Lastly, last one. So we often hear that Texas brisket is salt and pepper, right? That's the myth that Texas has, that you only use salt and pepper there, or that we only use salt and pepper on our briskets. Now, while you can make a really great tasting brisket with just salt and pepper, I'm going to tell you, most of the places are using more than that. If you've ever been in any of the big joints and tried their food, and they say it's just salt and pepper, you could tell there's more than just that. And that's because they use a combination of the Lawry's seasoned salt and some coarse black pepper. Now, this bottle says 30 mesh, 30 mesh, but this is actually 16 mesh. I just put it in a different bottle. When I'm doing briskets on a big scale for a big event, this is what I'm seasoning with right here. I'll spritz it with some water just to help the rub stick. Hit it with the Lawry's and the pepper. Restaurants get away with saying only salt and pepper because this Lawry's seasoned salt is basically salt. But if you look at the ingredients, it's got salt, sugar, spices, including paprika, turmeric, onion, garlic powder. I mean, it's got a number of different things in there, but it's mainly salt. So they get away by saying we only use salt and pepper. But this is the key. And you look at, I think it's Goldie's, the #1 barbecue joint in Texas, according to Texas Monthly. Jeremy put out a video showcasing what they use, and it's this also. A lot of restaurants are using, you know, this combination right here because one, it's these two rubs are cheap. You can get them at your local grocery store. So they're easy to get, and when you're cooking on the scale that they're cooking on, you know, 100+ briskets a day, it's just more feasible to go this route than, you know, maybe buy a different rub that's going to cost a lot more. And this just makes a really, really good brisket, man. This combination together makes a phenomenal brisket because it is mainly like that salt and pepper, like I mentioned. But if you ever use the Lawry's, you know it has that color in there. This is also, I will tell you, a great combination for ribs. I use this same combination on ribs when if I'm doing many times ribs on a large scale. This combination right here is what I'm using. Really, really good stuff. So use these two together, some Lawry's and some coarse black pepper, and you'll get a phenomenal brisket every time. So I hope you guys found that useful. Again, there are a lot of amazing brisket rubs that I left out, that I have, that I use. I just can't, just like the previous videos, bring them all to you. And but I wanted to bring you guys some of the stuff that I really, really thoroughly enjoy. And that's why I went with these rubs here. So I hope you guys found that useful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed the video. We will see you on the next one. Take care.